My father actually owned the company, so it wasn't anything I sought out to do. I just remember one day he said, we need a paralegal. And I was like, well, do I have to donate blood or something? Or what does that mean? You mean paramedic? He's like, no, paralegal. I didn't even know what it even was. So I started doing it. And I like contracts. I like to read. I like to write. So I really just kind of fell into it. And then I kind of capped out as how much I could make. So I decided the only way for me to move up was to go to law school. For me, I'm a musician. So I've played a majority of my life, and I played in some large venues, and I work in entertainment. I think the best thing for me was a musician because I learned how to express myself without speaking. So I could get people to appreciate, to dance, or to clap or do something without me being able to say, oh, you're a nice person, or this looks good. So I think being a musician helped me because ultimately when you are before a jury, you're performing. You're a front man for your client. So I think that's very important. At least that helped me a lot. I like when I help people. I don't like representing people when I get paid and they don't get the result they want, unless I tell them it's not going to happen. I like helping people because I know that there's a lot of lawyers and there's a lot of things we do, but we ultimately can provide things for people that most people can't. I know we're not doctors, I know we're not pilots, but when someone's in a car accident, it's like I tell my clients all the time, I can't find the other person and beat them up. I can't wave a magic wand and bring you back to the way you are. But what I can do is I can bring you compensation, and again, it sounds cliche, but I can bring you justice. And that means so much to people because a lot of times they just want the little bit of justice or the I'm sorry. That's all they want. And we can help them get that. So it's very rewarding for me when people are happy because it's a profession, it's a unique profession, and I hope the profession comes back to realize that. Just be yourself and find your style. And your style should not be the louder my voice is doesn't make my facts better, or doesn't make me a better person, or make me better than you. Be yourself, and if you're passionate, be passionate about it. Don't be afraid to show that, particularly when you get before a jury. You have to sell this. They want to believe you, and surprisingly, probably more now than ever because people are distracted so much. Juries are funny because juries are one of the few times you will have people where they can't have their cell phones, they're not distracted, and they're actually watching you. So I would say find your style and really be yourself. And if it's unorthodox, don't worry about it. Be yourself. I'm not saying it for this time because of the time we're in, the time period we're in. I think really, it's hard to say I have a favorite, but one of my favorites really was Kobe Bryant. And the reason why I admired the man so much, I'm not really a basketball fan. I admired him because I saw so much greatness of what he was going to do away from the court. I mean, the man already won an award as a movie maker. And he wasn't, he could still see his basketball career in the rearview mirror. I admired his tenacity. I know some people thought that maybe he was difficult, but Michael Jordan was the same way. I love Michael Jordan. His tenacity is what got him where he is. So I'd have to say Kobe Bryant was one of my favorite because he had the tenacity, he had the determination. The man was, you couldn't with a straight face call the man lazy. But I just wonder, and sadly we won't know now, I just wonder where he would have come because he obviously was a brilliant man, spoke many languages, and I was actually taken aback when I saw him speak Italian. Speaks it fluently because he lived in Italy, but a brilliant man who could have rested on his laurels. And I think, again, I know he was a tremendous basketball player, but what impressed me about him so much was not Kobe the basketball player, it was Kobe the person.